Hospital bags. Do you need something this big or this big? What's up guys, it's John here at Daddy Directive, and today I'm going to talk about hospital bags. I'm going to give you two options where the first option would only include the absolute essential items that you would need to have in your hospital bag, and a second option which would include the items that would significantly improve the quality of the life, quality of the time that you would have at the hospital during your delivery. But before you move on to the list, I would absolutely love it as always if you could smash that like button. And if you're a new viewer, welcome to the channel. Please consider subscribing, as I will be uploading every Mondays and Thursdays with tips and information that will be helpful to new parents and expecting parents out there. Now, with that out of the way, let's move on to the list for your hospital bag. So these are the absolute essential items that you need to keep in your hospital bag. And the first on the list is your photo ID, health card, and a credit card for any sort of payments that you may need to make at the hospital. And also, if you have a written out birth plan, you would want to include that in your hospital bag. And the next on the list is your cell phone charger and or a power bank for your cell phone. Sometimes the power outlet is not so close to the bed and you may want to use the power bank, since moving around while you are at the hospital waiting for delivery may not be an option. If you also have long hair, I would consider taking some hair ties or headbands with you. I know I have a short hair now, but I used to have a long hair and I know how annoying it can get when the hair keeps getting into your eyes and your mouth. And during labor, your mouth could get quite dry, so I would consider taking some sugar-free candy so you could keep your mouth moist. And on top of that, you may also want to consider taking some lip balms to keep your lips not cracking because of all the dryness. Although you may not feel like eating much while you're at the hospital waiting for the delivery itself actually requires a lot of energy. So you want to keep up some of the energy, so you may want to bring some snacks. Make sure you bring snacks that is non-perishable and easy to eat. While on the note of snacking, when it comes to drinks, consider drinking something that is a little bit more see-through rather than opaque. So for example, apple juice rather than orange juice. The reason for this is that the doctors recommend this in case there is an emergency. They need to be able to see through the liquid if they are checking something in your airway and throat. Make sure to also bring your toiletries such as toothbrush, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, and lotion. And if you wear contacts, make sure to bring your contact lens case and the solution as well. For these, consider getting the travel size. This way you can reduce the bulk and size that's going to be in the bag. And next on the list is maternity bras and nursing pads and few pairs of warm non-skid socks. Or you could also consider some slip-ons like Crocs, because hospital floors are very cold and you want to keep your feet warm. While on the note of clothing, you would also want to bring some robes and sweaters that you can easily slip on and off at the hospital, as well as some loose and comfortable clothing that you could use when you're returning home from the hospital. Now, these are the items for the moms, but there are certain items that you need to keep in the bag for the baby as well. And one of those items is the clothes that they will need when coming back from the hospital. And when you're choosing this clothes, make sure that you are choosing a size that is big enough, because sometimes the babies can be much bigger than expected and you can still fit a small baby into a big clothes, but never a big baby into a small clothes. You would also want to consider taking some swaddles or warm blanket for the baby as well. Although some hospitals do provide the diapers, that is not always the case, so you may want to bring them as a measure of precaution. For the hospital bag, we consider the things that is needed for the moms and babies, but oftentimes we forget that your partner will also be there as well, and they're going to be there with you overnight or maybe even a couple of nights. So there are things that you need to consider taking in your hospital bag for your partner too. So for your partner, the things that you may want to keep in your hospital bag is cell phone charger, snacks, toiletries, change of clothes because you may be staying for a couple of nights, and also some sort of entertainment such as earphones, headphones, or books in case you need to wait for a long time. Now, all the items that I've shared so far are what I would consider essential items for your hospital bag. But now I'm going to share the list of items that would make your life much better and easier that would be optional but could increase the bulk of your hospital bag quite significantly. Now, that first item on the list that will significantly improve your quality of life and comfort at the hospital is a comfortable pillow that you use at home to go to sleep in. Hospital pillows are notorious for how uncomfortable they are. So having that comfy pillow will give you the extra layer of comfort that you would need when you're going through a lot. And the second thing on this list is a breastfeeding pillow. They may not look like much, but they help significantly with your first time nursing experience. It will save you a lot of pain and aches on your shoulders and arms when you're trying to help your baby nurse for the first time. If you can't afford the space for the breastfeeding pillow, you could use the comfy pillow that you bring in its stead. But if you can afford the space, this is something definitely you may want to consider keeping in your hospital bag. I would also consider bringing some adult diapers, since even though hospital provides some pads and sanitary pads to help with the bleeding, the pads are very Spartan in their functionality and very minimal in terms of comfort. So bringing an adult diaper could actually help with the comfort during your recovery postpartum at the hospital. And if you can afford the space, maybe consider bringing some earphones, headphones, or speakers so you can listen to some music that could be soothing during and after the delivery as well. And also bring a bath towel. Hospital towels are very thin, and a lot of times they can be very coarse, so it doesn't feel very nice when your entire body is so sensitive after the delivery. But also consider that these towels will most likely be ruined, so bring something that you're okay with that's going to be ruined. And also consider bringing some nipple creams, since your nipples could be quite sore after trying to nurse for the first time. And depending whether you're going to start using the pacifiers or not, you could also bring a pacifier to help with the baby soothing when you're taking the baby home from the hospital. The last thing on this list is a water jug and a tumbler. Hospital is a very dry place, and you'll find yourself quite dry in the mouth and thirsty quite often. So having this water jug and a tumbler will save a lot of trips to the water pumping station by your partner, so that your partner could stay near you to help you with any other needs that you may have. Guys, I hope the information I provided today was helpful, and now that you have a better idea as to what kind of items that you may want to put in for your hospital bag. If you found any value in this video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so, as I will be posting videos every Monday and Thursday to provide hints and tips that will be helpful for any parents out there and expecting parents out there as well. If you're waiting to deliver your baby, good luck and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy parenting!